see a participant from last year's playoff, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started.
Started.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll run the toss. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. The short hands, it's Jennings. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Rushes on him. Sends it downfield. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And a tremendous return will be stopped at the 28-yard line.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the open.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Looking to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced them into 4th down.
I love when defensive backs come up, and they are physical, and they stick their face in the fan, and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And this defense has a chance to make a big stop on 4th and goal from the 4. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a grab for a big play. He's loose. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, TCU!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Virginia took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week. And the end result was a focused group of Cavaliers that fired on all cylinders. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
How about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Makes the grab. It's man. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. To get it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Caught in the backfield. It's Dahl. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
And when you run these screen plays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
And it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Got his man. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got it. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants.
Got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Makes the grab. It's man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wants to keep it in the air. Finds his man. It's man. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's the look in man coverage you can throw the hitch route against, right? When the receiver's got a little bit of access, so he's got some room to work with. Against press, you're risking a pick 6. So good decision there by the Q, knowing that was a good look to throw into.
From the gun on 3rd down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground, but you can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Auburn.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just...
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Made another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Coffee. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable.
There he goes. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the third play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, Tiger! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll bring it out. It's Bishop. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Looking left. He's got it. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Dahl. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on second and long. Hand off from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
On third down, he drops to throw. That's reeled in. It's Jennings. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Here comes the heat. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun to give, looking for room. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Touchdown, TCU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And listen, my job is to get it to my playmakers like this guy on the outside. He'll do the rest. He'll get in the end zone. Nice catch. Way to finish it with a touchdown.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7.
TCU 21, Auburn 7.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. He wants to change this route. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Working the middle, it's complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. Using the quick game. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you've got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to swing it on second down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on first down. Finds his tight end. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Auburn lines up quickly. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Offense walks through the line for play number 7 of the drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up 1st and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Timeout, TCU.
They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game.
Timeout, TCU.
And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
He's looking to throw. He wants it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
Sends it back in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. And the Horned Frogs in the hurry-up. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Looking deep down the right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The pressure. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's got it on the right, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Out of the gun to give to the back. That should be the final play of the 1st half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Frogs will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
That's a nice catch, and it's a good job staying in bounds. If a quarterback would just give him a little bit more room, maybe have a little bit more space to make a play. Instead, no gain.
Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's man. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the 1st down. The Tigers are marching down the field.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw again. Catch in the middle, it's Coughlin. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And you don't see that often when you're running a screen and you're featuring your running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. It's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying, I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
Catch in the middle, it's Avery. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Touchdown, Auburn! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. On to attempt the try.
Well, the defense is going to have to find an answer for this tight end down in the end zone. You cannot allow that guy that much space.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Tennessee is in trouble right now, and that Neyland Stadium crowd is letting them hear it. They're trailing by 14 to Kentucky. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page.
Fires one high and deep. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
It's simple, but it's not easy. You know, you miss some of these throws and you see the ball not go near the wide receiver, but a lot of times it has to do with the bottom half of a quarterback. And are his feet set where now he can start to move towards where he wants to throw the football, and you could tell his feet weren't set.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And you will always remember your first, and how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Red pass is complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
And the Horned Frogs in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Trying to set up the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Lets it fly. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wants to fire on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's man. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the first down.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. The give on the inside. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to call back in this...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Might be changing the route. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Handoff to the single running back. And he didn't find a whole lot of running room, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense.
Looking to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Back to pass on second down. Makes the catch. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Horned Frogs will hustle to the line. He wants to throw it again. Bringing the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Man, this has got to be so frustrating because you're running out of time. You're running out of possessions. You got to get the ball back to your offense. But, man, this QB just makes a great play. He runs around, scrambles, gets a first down. So frustrating.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Looking down the middle. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate and late.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Makes the grab. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Caught over the middle. It's Avery. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Got it in the middle. It's Milner. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. Smashes through the tackle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run. You got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him get out of bounds.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, TCU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Snagged out of the air. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Quarterback making checks. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Gonna look downfield again. Sets up the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first one.
Going for it all. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Tennessee is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Neyland Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Kentucky. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
On 4th down, going to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Looking downfield on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The defense will take a timeout, 25 seconds left to play.
TCU.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. The sure hands, it's Avery. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to